Hello and welcome back to Jargon.
Listen, Gargan, it's a new millennium. Lots of high tech. There may be some way we can get you out of that suit.
You put me in this suit. Now I'm going to make you pay.
Get over it, Gargan.
You ruined my life, so now I'll end yours.
Not so fast.
Hey guys, don't start out your commentary that fast. This is going to be a relaxing episode. It's been a few months. That's obvious. It's been a few months. I didn't know.
Butt out, webhead. Spider-Man? I asked for the police and I get this?
Yeah, you get Spider-Man. You know my name. Do you know all of the police officers' names? Spider-Man? Don't act that I'm not that good. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this is post-commentary, and I actually don't do good in this boss level.
There you are.
What am I gonna talk about today? I have to reel you guys in to such an enticing, epic episode, but, yeah, I recorded this a few months back, and I already kind of know that I'm gonna run into the desk a few times. It's been a few months, you know, it's like, do I really have to talk about that? Not really, it's like, yeah, you know, I just wasn't uploading. And I thought the next video I was gonna do was gonna just be another Spider-Man episode. But I've been holding that off because I didn't want to, like, have to re-record it. But, then I just remembered, like, yeah, I could do post-commentary, but that's not my favorite thing to do. But something about doing this post-commentary might not be that difficult, because it's just sitting down and watching gameplay. And that's not even anything different. I think I've overestimated what post-commentary should be with other series. I've sort of stimulated what I feel I should be talking about in these videos, and for the most part, it's like I could just sit down and record a video, and that could be the entire commentary and gameplay for a different series, for even any game, not just a specific series that I'm thinking about. I don't think there is going to be too many post-commentaries for this series, if any. I think this will be the only one. So for those people who don't like Sam Raimi's third Spider-Man, you're probably not gonna like Chaz Schmidt's third episode of Spider-Man 2. Like, oh man, that was the post-commentary one. Oh, well, you might also really like this one. There's a weird thing about specific mindsets that you go into when recording a commentary that is enjoyable to listen back to. This is going to be a great episode if this is what I'm talking about. Like, what am I going to talk about today?
Spider-Man!
I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and how, you know, I still have this, like, same enticing feeling about wanting to play this game. I woke up today and I thought, dude, I want to play that. And I've been wanting to play this for months on end. It's just, there's this sort of, like, of course I'm going to say the word liminal. When I think back to this when I was a child when I played this, you know how the smog or the fog comes into the game and you're like leaping from building to building and the buildings are coming out of nowhere. We'll see that a little bit later in this episode very much. Like, it's different than playing a game like Half-Life. Other than the fact that the genres are probably completely different, or the fact that Half-Life, you're playing this in first-person mode. Technicality. It's more so like, when you're playing like Half-Life, you're going through that game like you're going through tunnels. So you can get stuck in tunnel vision, sure, but you're still going to be just continually going. In a level like this, all you have to do is just fight the boss. This is where the direction of the game feels completely easy to take care of, even if the boss isn't easy to understand right away. I remember when I was a youngin' playing this game that I didn't get too far into the game. I think I recalled that I said I don't even remember if I ever got to this boss. Because the direction of the game, leaping from building to buildings, actually, with small design, giving you just a compass to where you had to go. As a kid, that's not a lot to go off of. Now, maybe I just liked playing Spider-Man, jumping from building to building, and from what I remember, it really is just that same foggy memory where I didn't get far and I just liked jumping from building to building. But even so, in my childhood, I was able to comprehend video games very much so that I defeated Spyro 2 100% completion 2 to 5 times. So as much as an adult here, I can't even beat this boss once. And as much as a kid, this might be the same type of gameplay I would have ever had. I just rented this game, guys. Come on, like, I'm not looking at walkthroughs. Let me just play the game how I'd play it.
Spider-Man!
I'm just getting secondhand embarrassment because, like, I forgot how many times I died in this boss to this killer. He's legitimately killing this man. And all of those times in which I died in the game are just a comic that you flip back to the front. It's like a DIY adventure book.
Stop it, Gargan!
But anyway, I've been really meaning to play this game because there's such a nostalgia to it, and there's such a feeling that comes out of it that when I'm playing it, I'm like, man, I just miss playing games like this. And sure, I'm really, really stuck in a time frame in which I'm playing games that are from the 1700s. But that's because I don't think I've played all of them, or I haven't really gotten my fill out of it. Plus, my computer nowadays cannot handle playing nowadays games at a really rapidly good rate, speed, or graphics. You know, the frames per second isn't great when I'm playing something like Sea of Thieves. Never played it, but I can only assume that it would play at like 20 frames and the graphics would look like clay even more than the game already looks like clay. Shout out Spider-Man of Thieves. His tail was in the other room. What is this, a video game? That's like a movie blooper. I'm not a big, huge Spider-Man fan, but I guess I'd say he's like my favorite superhero that dies all the time. I guess I'd say that, but I've not had like an attachment to the latest films.
Listen, Gargan!
The old TV shows, any of the comics. I'm not a big comics fan. I'd say if someone were to say I am a comics fan, I'd be like, yeah, dude, comedians are funny. It's just a small joke there, guys. I have a few comics, but it's not like a hobby of mine. And superheroes, action figures, I'd say that was probably in my childhood, but not really anymore. I feel like, those pop vinyls, what are they called? Those, I have like a couple nearby. And I feel like that's our generation's way of saying, yeah, action figures are still around. If you didn't know, these are just like the novelty ones. I have a few of those, and I almost feel as if I should be embarrassed by owning them. Like, if you're in your adulthood owning Transformer dolls or action figures, it really makes you feel geeky. I feel, because I don't really have that type of stuff, people find a way to make you feel like you're a geek for owning that.
Need to find more web cartridges.
To So when I have like a pop figure, almost like don't like it. I don't even need it. Like if I had to get rid of it, I'd be like, all right, see ya, Itchy and Scratchy. I have
not
like
enough webbing.
less than 5, I believe. I think I have a total of 5, and this like keychain one that my sister got me for Christmas, or like it came with a Blu-ray, really. This is a this is a nostalgia blast commentary in a way, because this is of this generation's like action figures in a way. So in like
not enough webbing.
30 years, those things may not be around anymore. Remember Mighty Beans? I freaking loved Mighty Beans, and I'm like, I would still buy a packet of Mighty Beans if I was able to afford those Berts. If I still saw them around. I once saw those in like a hardware tool store. A packet of Mighty Beans.
Where are you hiding?
I don't know what you're trying to pull by saving my life.
Dude, is he
but it
just
won't
always smoking
work.
a cigar?
Oh, you're just too clever for me, JJ.
There he is, officers! The man behind the Science Expo heist! Shoot him now! Shoot him!
JJ, you are out of the wheel. I mean it this time.
What?
Hold it, Spider-Man. I don't want to believe that you pulled off the heist today, but I've got to make sure.
JJ!
Daredevil, I haven't got time to explain.
Just tell me your side of it. I'll know if you're lying.
How am I supposed to know you're the real Daredevil?
What?
Listen, it's true. A Spider-Man made off with Octavius' new invention, but not the Spider-Man, not me. Somebody's framed me. Why? I don't know yet. And if New York's finest catch me, it may be too late.
Well, then you'd better get going. NYPD is coming fast.
That's it? You believe me?
I don't have to believe you. I know you aren't lying.
But how?
Let's just say you've got your superpowers, and I've got mine. I'll spread the word about your innocence. Not that it'll help with the cops. Good luck.
He's one of
Okay, cool. He's got his own superpowers. He didn't have to say that. He didn't have to talk about Mighty Beans for 20 minutes. Whoa, I thought that was a cutscene. How was I supposed to avenge that?
Hey, wait! I'm not the bad guy!
Oh, there's a little ad for Tony Hawk and Mighty Beans.
Keep moving, Spidey.
I think because the engine was made in Tony Hawk's. When I originally played this a few months back, I didn't notice that little cardboard sign until the next cutscene. I think. Unless it was in the previous one, I just missed it. I thought that said Dunkin' Donuts. It was pork and donuts. These are the things I'm noticing this time. What a fall. Because I didn't talk about these things last time. A T-pose death beyond this world. I got rid of last time's commentary because the microphone sounded really janky. I had done a stream the day before, and I had moved my microphone in a way which it just came off really badly in listening. And I didn't do a test recording beforehand, like most unprofessional thing. But the thing is, I was also playing this very blind, so my reactions to whatever this level was like, in this day and age, I gotta get out of here, something like that. Like, oh dang, I just fell off the building. Oh, again. I remember saying the word bug zapper. And in recent times, you know, a fly swatter. I will just use the word bug zapper instead of those things. And I'm going to continue doing that.
The bad guy.
Some things I just interchange with other things, and it just feels better to say it that way. Maybe it's quicker. Or it just doesn't enter my head, so I'm like, I'm just going to say that. Because that just entered my brain faster, better, in a way which you understand what I'm saying. And in another way, it's like, I don't know what he was talking about there, but I kind of get the vibe.
That was close.
in a sense, if I know what I'm talking about, and if someone wants to like ask me like, what did I mean by saying that? That's all it takes for me to respond and say, that's what I meant by that. Guys, I didn't do it. I don't even know if I have to go to this building, but I just really like the idea of exploring.
Don't stop now, Spidey.
Because, like, the buildings come out of nowhere. Like, can I just go to left or right, either way, and a building will appear? Why are some of these buildings super tall? Oh yeah, this was the bug zapper portion of the game.
Whoa!
I just made it. I think I remember saying, it's like, this reminds me of like a WarioWare minigame. Because you're just actually locked onto that building. You just kind of like twirl around in this like weird walking rotation. I guess I maybe felt like an actual spider.
Give yourself up.
Oh golly, how am I supposed to...
These guys are relentless.
What am I gonna do? It's my birthday tomorrow. It's my birthday, guys. And, I've made it to 27. Yeah, so thanks for watching.
Lost in base.
I still don't know what I'm gonna do for my 27th. I've already was asked what I want for my birthday.
Taking the shot, base.
So there's a few things I asked for,
He moves too fast.
like
Taking
some
the shot,
stencils or some markers.
base. You're mine, wall crawler.
Dude, how am I able to hear what that guy is saying on the radio?
Got him in my sights.
I feel like I made the same comment. Like, how am I able to hear what this guy...
Got
How
him
am
in
I
my
able to hear
sights.
that? This is not a
negative
movie scene, dude. It's not a cutscene either.
Almost there.
This game is, it's a film, if you think about it. I was gonna probably go try climbing up that, like, staircase instead. Dude, playing this at 27. Ah! What can you do, man? Like, dude, I'd play this at the age of 50. You know, I'm not even halfway through the game. Where'd you go? But it is a very short game.
Negative on shot.
The thing is, I could see myself playing this into old age, but if I get to like the halfway point of the game, I'm like, well, maybe I don't like it anymore. I get to the ending, I'm like, okay, wait, the ending really just ruined the game. But that usually doesn't happen for a video game. That more so occurs in like a TV show or a movie. Like there's a twist, and it just
now,
like,
Spidey.
oh, that little fall kills you. I was probably just testing. You know, maybe like a gameplay mechanic can be added late into the game.
Where'd he go?
Maybe it'd
You're
feel
mine, wall crawler.
unresolved when you're playing it the early portions.
Positive on hit, base.
But still, I think like if you enjoy the
Taking the
first
shot.
fourths of the game, and I don't think there's something that could
You're mine,
happen at the ending that's like, shoot, yeah, I actually don't like this anymore. You just maybe
Almost
don't like it
there.
because you played it a lot. Did I have to do that again, man? Dude, let's do some speed up footage. Let's cut back to where I was before.
Where is
Computer screen. To
the shot,
sometimes thousands of
He moves
people
too
at
fast.
once.
You're mine, wall crawler.
How is that possible?
He moves too fast. Got him in my
I know, it's like
sights.
servers and stuff. Server, man.
He moves too fast.
But when it's even more than thousands, how are people seeing
stop
all
now,
of that at the
Spidey.
same time? So, yeah, it's, I don't know what I was going to talk about after saying all that. Like, was I going to go back to talking about gameplay mechanics, or the fact that I'm 27.
You got me jumping like...
So, all in all...
Hello? Stealing isn't my style.
All in all... I feel like you do all in all at the end of an essay. Like, there's a bit more footage here to watch through. Oh, whoa. Did I just, like, get crushed by that? Whoa there, buddy. I guess, honestly, you're a spider. You gotta be careful.
Hey! I'm innocent!
What does spiders smell like?
I don't have
I
time
don't
for
have
this.
to know. I can Google it. It's a post-commentary. What does spiders smell like? What do you smell like? What do spiders? Do they have a vaguely musky?
I can't waste time.
Washed? They haven't
Ahead of
been
these
washed in a while. I'm just reading the first thing I just
Can't waste
typed in.
time.
Like, that could be completely false information. Let's go to science.org. Okay, spiders. The spider smells
Can't waste
familiar.
time.
That spider smells familiar. If you're going into someone's house and eat their children, it pays to be discreet. Spiders eat their own kind? That's bleeped up, man. Anyway, I'm... Where were we?
Free Spider-Man.
I don't know what I want to do for my birthday, though. I don't know. It was something I was like, I want to get food. But you know what I thought about? In my past recent years, I've kind of tested myself as to, like, these things for my birthday events.
Mary Jane was right.
Because I really enjoy my birthday.
Today.
It's almost like a mini holiday.
Whoa!
Because sometimes I don't even celebrate it on the day, I celebrate it at some point during the week. So it sort of tends to feel like, oh, I celebrate it on the 2nd, sometimes the 3rd, and then maybe it's the weekend of. And the reason it's felt like a sort of test this year, other than the fact that it's 2/7, it's the fact that it's like, oh, I've already kind of done these things that I wanted to do for my birthday previous years. Am I going to just do the same thing where I get a bunch of chicken nuggets? And yeah, I still haven't decided what I want to do, and I think when tomorrow arises, it'll just be whatever feeling comes up. It's gonna be a little bit there's gonna be a I remember this part. This guy like talks a whole lot.
Positive on hit base. You're mine, Wong.
You go ahead. You have a speech. You say what you want to say.
Taking the shot.
Do what you want to do, man. I would have thought there would have been a secret over there.
Taking the shot, base.
But it's gonna have, like, there's a sort of same person who's talking today is what's going to appear tomorrow. And potentially for the next few months, the next few years, this is basically who I am.
How tall is this?
You know, when I think back to when I was a young person, or even just like in high school, 27. It felt like so far away. And I'm not going to make this the whole birthday episode other than just for the next few minutes. It did feel like, wow, that's a lot of age away. Other than the fact that you had to graduate high school and then potentially get a job. I mean, I guess that's what I thought was going to be in between those two time periods. But potentially, like, maybe I would have moved out, or I would have executed a relationship. And those type of things did happen. And now I'm at the point in which I have to think about just like, well, what's next? Because it's almost as if it's been like a chapter in a way to reach an age near this age. Not like this age is what has been. It's kind of like 25 or 29, you know, in that kind of like ballpark. It's been like, I don't know what that age is going to feel like. And now that I'm in it, it's just like, oh, I'm just becoming an adult. I still don't have things figured out. It's like I'm still really young. At the same time, to another person, it's very disagreeable. When I was like 7 to 15, this age felt so foreign, so far away, that I would have never guessed that I'm kind of just the same person that I've always been. And at the same time, I really am not the same person as who I was at those ages. Especially that it's kind of interesting, kind of funny that like I started my Let's Play channel at 15, so I can actually directly go back and see that distinct version of Daredevil to see who I was then and who I am today. And when I look back to my teenage years, it's like
Time for this.
I was kind of like putting on a character
Time for this.
in some senses. I was trying to be a funny guy. I was something like that. In these ages,
Gotta keep ahead of these guys.
you know, I'll look back and I'll probably say the same thing. But what I'll always say is that I was young today. I'm still very young. You know, I'm not facing any things that are like of adulthood. The worst that could happen is I wake up and my back feels sore. Like I just slept on a pillow incorrectly or something like that. Or maybe my breathing gets a little weird, but that tends to be with allergies. Yeah, allergy season is approaching, and I gotta love that. But for the most part, being an adult, the only thing that's really different... I guess I'm saying this to a person who isn't an adult at this point. Am I saying this to a grandpa? I'm saying this to an interdimensional being,
Can't waste time.
if anything. Hope you're enjoying the video in which I just talk at lengths. It's really weird to just be like playing this game and I'm not really even talking to anybody but myself.
Hey, you gonna pay for that tower? Uh-oh.
His brain went off.
One more step and it's a load of web fluid sticking you to that wall.
Well, it's not the most romantic proposition I've ever had.
Black Cat. Oh, I'm so glad it's you.
Good to see you too, big boy, but you got a problem. Venom's got control of the Jumbotron in Times Square. He's been ranting for hours with a message for you.
Venom's ugly face on that big screen? Now that's scary.
That's not all. Rhino's on a rampage over at Omnitech as well.
What is this, the bad guy Olympics? Look, Times Square's on the way to Omnitech. Let's find out what Venom's up to, and then we'll tackle Rhino.
Whoa!
The Venom Marathon continues on the biggest TV in New York. We're shouting out to the whole big rotten apple here, people.
Sad thing is, he'll probably get his own.
His 3D effects aren't that good.
So we've got this beautiful redhead.
Oh, we both did our own little quips.
Yeah, baby! We have decided that this poor little lassie has 24 hours to live. 24 hours! Oh, by the way, her name is Mary Jane Parker.
No, Mary Jane.
So, just in case someone, I don't know who it could be, if any of you type-wearing freaks out there want to save little Miss Fashion Model, then bring it on! Meanwhile, New Yorkers, the Venom Marathon will continue!
Listen.
And by the
I know
way,
this means. Forget about helping me with
the
Untitled.
26-mile race is
I
delayed.
know by yourself? Thanks, Cat.
Till
No, thanks.
tomorrow.
Being Spider-Man has given me a lot and taken a lot away, but one thing never changes. My responsibility to use my powers for others before myself, no matter what the cost. There are innocent people at Omnitech, and they need our help right now. I won't let them down. Then I'll stop Venom. And this time, it's for the last time.
So Venom didn't even hear what Spider-Man had to say there. Like, oh boy, they're not going to meet until the end of the serial? Exciting stuff. Oh, I guess that's the end of the episode, by the way. Bye. Happy birthday, Spider-Man. Yeah, allergies are coming up, and I wasn't really going to talk about that, but if I'm also not going to be posting for the next month or so, that's probably because I tend to go through this thing during this time frame in which allergies just attack my whole being, and I become a little inactive. I just lay in bed for a while. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you guys in the next episode, in which we fight a rhino or something. I don't know. See you guys then in the next episode of Spider-Man 2000, episode 3. Episode 4. Yeah.
Spingle.
Okay, bye.
Bing,
Thanks.
bing, bing, bing.
Take care.